the team here, we've been talking a ton about, hey, Father's Day is coming up. We got graduation coming up. Like, we need some stuff for dads. We need some cool new tools. We need some cool inventions. We need some cool gear. And these guys at Gear Infusion, I love these little things. We've had a couple of these in this family. This is the Gear Infusion EverRatchet. And it's little. When I'm saying little, like, this is little. We've had other ones that have been bigger or bulkier. They have 1,000 little components. This is a little guy right here, the Gear Infusion EverRatchet, and so many cool little things that you can do with this, from simple things like opening a bottle as a bottle opener. It's got a little, I'm trying to now find my camera. It's got the little screwdriver here. You can, wrench things. I'm like the worst at like fixing things in my house. My wife is the fixer upper in the house, but this is such a cool little tool. And it is something that, easily clips onto a belt, onto a keychain, something that you can have with you everywhere that you go. And if you give me 2 seconds, I'm going to pull up the Grommet page, because I want you guys to see this in action, because they have some really cool photos and ways that this is used. And I want you guys to see that, because, just me showing you this little thing doesn't do it as justice as what they have here on the site. You can see, from opening boxes to, the little battery clip. I love that, because we have so many Xbox controllers and things like that. Obviously opening bottles, it can cut things open, the screwdriver. And you can see here that my wife is literally texting me as we're live, and she says, you can wrench things with LOL emojis all over it, because, Greg's super smart today. You can see just how small it is, fits literally in the palm of your hand, clipping on to loops and belts. If you're at work, at the job, clipping onto your keychain here, acting as a screwdriver. It is such a cool product. And this is one of those things, we talked about the DB chopper being something that every kitchen needs to have. This is something that every guy in your life, and not even guy, everyone in your life needs to have one of these on their keychain, at their desk, in that drawer in the kitchen, because you are always going to need some of the things that this does. So many cool tools. You can see a lot of it here. It's even a fire starter, 7 different wrenches, keychain ready. I also love that it's TSA friendly for those that are traveling, especially if you're like traveling with kids and you've got different parts and you've got, controllers and Xboxes and all kinds of things. They've done an incredible job fitting as many things as they possibly could into this tool here. I absolutely love what they have put together. What a cool product. Let me get this off of the screen again really quickly. I got hundreds of buttons here, and get Marcy back on the screen. But I love these little knickknacks, these little gadgets. We're getting into Father's Day season. Like, this is a great little gift. This is a great gift for grandpa. This is a great gift for dad. I know you have a son obviously in college. This is a great, if you're going into graduation, going into summer move-in, like, just everybody needs one of these. And it's so simple. So, for less than $30, you've got basically an entire toolkit that can fit on your keychain. So big fan of Gear Infusion and everything that they've done. The cool thing, they have so many cool products. So we're going to be launching a ton of stuff from them over the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months, and big fans here. Okay.
I've never asked you, are you a handyman? Like, are you good at fixing things?
Did you just not hear me say you can wrench things? I am not the handyman.
I was attributing that to maybe you had a happy hour cocktail or something.
No happy hour cocktails. That's Greg the handyman. Like, I can change light bulbs, and I got the record player to work that we're going to talk about next. That's the extent of my handymanness. My wife is the handy person of the household. That's why she's texting me in the other room and she's listening, and she's like, "You're an idiot, Greg." But
well, maybe Jen can help me with this question. Because I was going to say, when this came, and thank you to makers and inventors who have been chasing me down at all my hotels. I've been to so many. In fact, I've been to 6 hotels in the past week, because we're doing the college tour thing. And my daughter and I have been all over and being at the TGA show and all of that. So these packages are showing up at all the different hotels, and they're kind of piling up in our rental car. And I'm thinking, how am I going to open all these boxes? And, and then when I got this and I saw that it is a box tool opener, I thought, brilliant. Yay, I have something to open my boxes with. So I can vouch for that. This opens boxes and those kind of hefty envelopes that are hard to open, does that very well. I can also vouch for the fact that the bottle opener works really well. I did happen to open a bottle. Doesn't matter what it was, but I did open a bottle. So I know that those two things work well. I'm embarrassed to say, but I'm going to admit that I know my dad would kill me if he was watching this. I know the word ratchet. I know it's a tool, but I didn't, knowing that we were going to talk about it, I did not know what a ratchet really is and what it does. So I did have to look that up, and I was trying to figure out how to use all these things that I have not figured out. So I was going to kind of count on you, Greg, but I was just so impressed when you read the list of things that it does. If it does all those things the way it says it does, which I have no doubt, then I think it's absolutely brilliant, especially because you can just hook it onto your keychain and never be without it, or you can have it on your belt loop or your backpack or whatever it is that's, kind of always with you, and never be without it. And when I saw that there's the fire flint, and so that evidently is this guy right here. And I don't know if we have the maker in the chat, but I'm so curious how that works. How would I start a fire with this? I'm sure it's very simple, and maybe Greg, but I just thought this is kind of that Boy Scout tool that one of my sons loves Swiss Army knives. So I thought he's going to eat this up. He's going to absolutely love it. I do really appreciate what a sleek, slim design it is. I think it's brilliantly done. It feels very quality, even though it's, teeny tiny. It's got a ruler on there. So I think it is so smart, and I need to learn how to use all the different features that it has, because I'm sure I will be much handier when I do. So that is my goal. And that should be your goal too, Greg, wherever you are.
That should be my goal. I want to showcase just a couple other things about this, because Brian, who is the founder, he's been awesome. We've been going back and forth as we go through this launch process. But they actually started this business back in 2016 out of a Kickstarter campaign. And we love a good Shark Tank story. We love a good Kickstarter Indiegogo story. They surpassed their funding goal, their initial funding goal, by more than 500%. Which just means hey, they knocked it out of the park, product market fit, something just went really, really well. It was a titanium bottle opener, which is, I think that's just super cool. Again, 2016, 500% past their goal. I love that. One other thing that I wanted to show, I'm going to go full screen again really fast, is on the Grommet. There are a ton of different ways to order this product, which is really cool. So once you click buy now, you now have all of these different options. So the titanium is the original, which is super cool, but you can also go to the stainless steel, which is a little bit cheaper, gets you to $26.99 with your 20% Grommet discount. You've got stainless steel stars. You've got the stainless steel turbulence. There's so many different variations of this product that I think is really cool. So you can come in here, check them all out. And then again, you're going to purchase directly from Brian and the Gear Infusion team. You're going to love working with them. They have an amazing support team over there, and they're going to help you to figure out which of these is best for you, for the if you're getting this as a gift, whatever they're doing. But they do an amazing job of that. So kudos to Brian and the entire team over at Gear Infusion. Just love what you've done. Love how you started the business, how you're growing the business. And I can't wait to get more of this stuff on Grommet and hit it out of the park with you. And I think we did get an answer to our fire starting question. So Marcy, I'll let you take that one.
Yes, Brian, thank you for being here and answering my question. So cool. So this is your little flint fire starter. And he is saying that all you have to do is flick it against the tool itself and sparks will fly and you can start a fire. But he did warn me. He said, don't do it right now in your hotel room. So I'm not going to do the live demo right now, because that might not be such a good thing. I get in a little bit of trouble for that. But how cool that this little guy right here and this little guy right here together, you can start a fire. So pretty darn cool.
I love it. Great job, Brian. Great job to the entire Gear Infusion team.